today we're going to be doing part 3 in our series of weight maintenance and how to keep your weight off. I don't know if you know this, but 20% of people actually maintain their weight on a long-term basis. I have lost and gained my 65 pounds 3 times in my life. And so now I'm at about 15 years where I have maintained my weight loss, and I'm one of the 20% that has successfully done that. And we want you to be one of the 20% also. So the tips that we're giving in our series here are tips that real life people, this is how they maintain their weight. So today we're going to be talking about 3 points. The first one is about exercise. There's a saying that you cannot out-train a bad diet. And that is so true. So it doesn't matter how many miles you run, how much you burn up the cardio machine, you bicycle, you go kickboxing, whatever it is that you love to do. It doesn't matter how much of that you do if what you're putting in your mouth is junk. So having that clean diet, understanding that exercise is not going to outrun the junk food that you put into your body. You need to be exercising 3 to 4 days a week, and I really prefer that I like to do weight-bearing exercise that is building muscle. It's continuing to increase my metabolic rate and my metabolism over time. And I find that cardio is certainly great for me cardiovascularly, but it isn't really helping my metabolism and to increase my ability to burn fat and have a few more calories. So those are my tips for exercise. We also have a couple of exercise videos on here if you are still in phase 1. And if you are in phase 4, these are things that I still do all of my squats and lunges, but I lift heavier and I do more reps and more series of them. So if you have questions on exercise, please leave them below. I will be happy to answer them. The next item is keeping a clean environment in your body. So during phase 1, you detoxed your body, you got rid of all the sugar, all the things that you were eating that metabolized to sugar, all the junk food, the sugar, the alcohol, you got rid of all of that stuff. So as we re-enter those things, remember that your body talks to you. So when we're eating a lot of junk food, our body probably doesn't feel that great, and we tend to not really recognize how our bodies really feel. So now that you've got this great feeling, good energy body back, listen to it. So as you start to re-enter different things into your system, try to do them one at a time. So start with dairy. And if you feel bloated, you start to gain a little weight, use dairy for maybe like a week or 2. See how you really feel. Does cheese make you constipated? Does milk give you diarrhea? If you're having some of these bloaty responses, that means your body really doesn't enjoy milk and milk products. So limit them or get rid of them. Wheat and grains the same way. If you have some pasta and you feel completely bloated afterwards, that wheat and gluten is not working for you. So make different choices. There's a lot of pastas that are made from rice or made from different types of flour that is not necessarily white flour. So again, adjusting all of those things, adding them back in one at a time, keeping your environment clean, basically. I like to suggest to my clients reading about the Mediterranean diet. It is filled with healthy fats, great proteins, not a lot of dairy. The only dairy I like to eat is maybe goat cheese. So different things, just taking it piece by piece, one at a time, and seeing really how your body feels and listening to your body. And my last tip for today's video is eat real food. So don't go back to all of those habits that you had of making things out of a box or grabbing super fast things, stopping by the burrito place for a healthy burrito. Really make your own food. If you can make 90% of your food, you're gonna stay on track so easily. Shop in organics or shop organic produce, shop in stores where healthy food is the number one thing. Make a list when you go to the store. Only buy what's on your list. So don't go down the aisles and shop and shop and shop, and it makes it too easy to, oh, let's pick up this. Oh, look at this. Here's a new thing. Let's try this. Keeping it very simple and very real is super important. Go to the farmer's market. There's all kinds of fresh produce. Make things from lots of veggies. So your plate should be filled with 80% veggies and 20% protein, and I try to only have just a little bit of starches, maybe a couple of times a week. Do your weekly food prep. So again, just like you did in phase one, be organized. Meal plan, food prep, all of that stuff on Saturday or Sunday so that your whole week is very simple. You already know what's going to happen, and planning everything in advance. One of my favorite things to do is to use the Amazon Prime application. It's called Prime Now. I download that to my phone. It tells me my local stores and then gives me a 2-hour window. I can order all of my produce, my meats, and anything I need. Virtually, it is delivered to my door in a couple of hours. I do have to be home, so they deliver it within a 2-hour window. But that way, you use less of your time at the grocery store and more time at home to food prep and spend with your family. So if you have any questions, please leave them below. I look forward to your comments, your suggestions, and let us know anything else you'd like to hear about.